All right. So once again, you are welcome. And this is a presentation of the Richvision Cooperative, an organization that is set aside for people with like minds to come together, contribute, and join resources to help themselves to further their businesses. This cooperative is specifically for business-oriented people. It's not an old people's home. It is not it is not a cooperative for saving for old age. No, it's a cooperative that is designed for business-oriented people. How did we start up this? We started when we were during the COVID period, when we Richvision, the team, we were on radio teaching people how to trade the online market, the Forex market and things. And we had a lot of free seminars during those periods. But it was shocking that after training people for 2 weeks, free training, the people come to you and tell you, Oga, I understand what you have said, but sir, can you raise me the money for the business? Oh my God, how can we do a training for you and be the ones to raise the money for you? So at that point, we came to a point that, okay, let's do something. Anyone that is serious with business, we save towards that business. Nobody starts a business. Oh, I just want to start a business. How much do you have? I don't have anything. How much? Somebody called me sometimes ago. I said, how much? He said, the person said he needed about 5 million naira for a particular business. I said, what? What is the business? He sent me the business plan. I looked at the business plan. Fantastic business. The next thing I said, okay, no problem. How much do you have for us to go out along? He said, by the grace of God, I'm just trusting God that something will come. You are trusting God. We plenty where they trust God. So I should bring my money. You bring your idea. If anything happens, I will lose money. You just hold on to idea. No, it doesn't work like that. If you want to start a business, you must have a little bit of your equity. That's what you call equity participation. You must have equity. That's your own share, financial share in that business. You are not, I tell people straight away, you are not serious if you say you want to become a business person and you don't have any equity. You want to go on leverage alone. You want to borrow money alone. That is, we call it in accounting, we call it gearing. You'll be highly geared and you will not be able to survive in your business. So what you need to do, begin to save for the business if you have a plan. So this is what we looked at in Richvision and said, okay, for everyone that wants to start a business, let's give them the opportunity to begin to save towards that business. This business is going to cost me 1 million naira. How much can I get? Now, the opportunity there for you, I'm going to talk to you about the benefits of Richvision and how you as a business person can take advantage of it. A business is going to cost you 1 million. You don't want to go borrow 1 million. Do you ever know whether that business will succeed? Nobody can give you a guarantee that a business will succeed. Do you know why banks, have you ever thought of it? Why banks never give startup business money? Have you ever gone to the bank to ask the bank, you want to raise money for business? And they tell you, where is your business? You say, I'm just starting. In fact, it's a very, very, very good business. In fact, look at my projection. In month 1, I make 1 million. Month 2, I make 3 million. Month 3, even the land that I'm going to use, everything is ready. Have you ever seen a bank that gives money in that way? Banks don't give startup business money. But when you have an already established business and your business is already growing, then you show them past results because they are dealing with people's money. The money in the bank is not the bank's money. It's people's money. So they are ready to give you money because they have seen past results. So we said, can we start? You listening to me that you want to become an entrepreneur. Unfortunately, our credit system in this country and in Africa is not palatable for entrepreneurs. Why? You can't since you can't borrow money from the bank, trying to get money from the bank, they will tell you, even after you have brought in your own collaterals and everything, they will ask you for your grandmother's wisdom tooth. Bring this, bring that. At the end, you might not even get it. But how can we help ourselves? Some of us have to think outside the box. Let's create this cooperative for entrepreneurs. Now, how do we go about it? Number one, group of people who have different business initiatives that when we pull resources together, we can take advantage of it amongst ourselves. If the banks will give us money, can we do crowdfunding? Can we do a cooperative? We started this. And each person begins. If you want to start with the cooperative, you can start with 5,000 naira, 10,000 naira, 25,000 naira, 50,000 naira, monthly savings. Monthly savings. Please, I want you to understand it very well. Okay, maybe let me share my screen here. All right. Okay, so you begin to save, and as you save on monthly basis, you have resources for you to lash on in the nearest future. Now, let's look at something. If my target in this cooperative is that I'm looking forward that I will be retiring from my business, or I want to expand my business, I want to do this in the next 1 year, in the next 2 years. My projection, what is going to inform the kind of money I will be saving? I'm not going to be saving the remnant of what I have. It is a wrong notion for you to save the remaining balance of your money. No, the money that you need to save, he said, go to the ant, use slugger, consider our ways and be wise. Who save for the summer? Now, you want to do a business, you earn some money, you must be able to take out 20% of your income and save for your business project, because that's your sweat today is what is going to bail you out in the future. Now, when you make that savings, now how the cooperative works is this. If you put that money, we said money that you have not saved will not save you. Please write that down. Money that you have not saved will not save you. All right? But when you save money, we also know that for you to be rich, for you to be wealthy, only your own money cannot get you there. Your own money alone cannot get you to where you are going. So what will help you is when you leverage. We call it leverage. You leverage on other people's money, other people's time, other people's effort. And that is what the cooperative is doing. Now, for every contribution that you make, please pay attention to this. I'm going to show you how we finance our activities. For every contribution that you make, 80% is credited to your wallet on monthly basis. The balance of 20% is considered as your contribution to the leverage pool. Your contribution to the leverage pool enables you to earn a commission withdrawable every month. The leverage pool creates an avenue for interest-free loans. When we say interest-free loans, do you think there's anything free? Ordinarily. But we have to put in some calculations that one of the things that kill businesses is high rate of interest. You will hear, if you go to a microfinance bank now, they will tell you interest on this loan is 5% per month. You say it's 5%. Do you know that 5% per month is 60% per annum? But here, we want you to collect money and return, do your business and return that money back, no interest. So we said the leverage pool creates an avenue for interest-free loans to be made available for all qualified members and provide repayment for such loans, making the repayment of loans seamless and without stress. You also have commission wallets where all incurred accrued income is credited. Now, ladies and gentlemen, let me quickly explain this part to you guys. Let me quickly explain this part to you. When we talk about the leverage pool, ladies and gentlemen, just follow me. When you understand these things, it will make life easy. A lot of people are enjoying this cooperative, earning good income, collecting loan interest free. I'm sure, okay, I think Thank God, Mr. Yekin and some other persons are here. After the training, they are going to share their own experience. Now, look at this. Look at insurance company. I want you to take this. An insurance company, when you buy a car, you buy your car for 20 million naira. Let's just say 20 million naira, a very good car. Then you go to do comprehensive insurance. Of course, you can't do third party with a car of 20 million. Now, the insurance company requires that you will pay about 5% of that car as premium every year. So now you bought the car for 20 million. What is 5% of 20 million? 5% of 20 million, maybe that is 1 million. So that means every year you will pay 1 million to the insurance company. Now, look at a very good scenario that has happened severally. Somebody bought a car of 20 million. He drove the car to the insurance company and they underwrite something. After filling all the documents and all the forms, they gave him that is being insured. He paid this 1 million. He took his car. As he was driving back home, a trailer dashed into him. No, was it? I'm not too sure. But just very short period after that, a trailer bashed into him. Boom. Squeezing this car beyond recognition. God saved the man's life. Now, do you know what? The moment the thing happened, everybody was crying, and it's a new cow. It's a new cow. Do you know what the man said? Well, I thank God for life. Thank God my insurance will take care of it. The man took the picture, called his insurance company, come and see you. The car I just insured yesterday had an accident. Ladies and gentlemen, what do you think the insurance company will do? The insurance company, they will come and check and they will buy a new car. They will restore that man to the initial position. They had to get a new car, not that they repaired that one. No, they didn't repair it. They bought a new car for that man. Now, question. How much did that man put inside the insurance company? Just 1 million. Now, insurance company has to buy a car of 20 million. Where did they get that money from? Where did they get the money from? Now, remember, there are several other persons that are paying premium every year. They never had an accident. Well, maybe I don't plan to have an accident. Well, that is what they call risk. You never know when it will crystallize. So because that is happening, so some people are paying. Is a kind of leverage pool. Everybody is putting money there. You never know. You can never tell. I've seen people say, what if I don't want to take a loan? What if I don't want to take a loan in the cooperative? What should that? 1 year down the line, they are calling, sir, please, I would like to collect a loan. Shebi, you said you don't need loan before, but now you need a loan. You never can say. So the leverage pool is a pool where everybody contributes. So what are you contributing to that pool? That pool is what? The amount you are contributing is 20% of your contribution every month goes into the leverage pool. So 80% goes into your wallet. So it means that if you say you want to withdraw your money today, I want to close down my account. What you're going to have access to is 80% of whatsoever you had contributed. Remember, now you can see why we say this is not a cooperative for I'm saving money for my father's burial. I'm saving money to build a house. No, it is for business, because it would amount to like foolishness for me to save some money, and then when I want to access the money, I'm only accessing 80%. But then you will ask me, then what is the benefit? Then why will anyone want to join that kind of cooperative? Now, I hope we all understand this. You understand? I first of all explain how the deduction is done and what you access. Now, let's now go and check out what's the benefits. What are the benefits of members when they engage in this kind of thing? You know, for those of you that will be joining, you can join on any plan, 5,000 naira per month, 10,000 naira per month, 25,000 naira per month, 50,000 naira per month. Now, but let me go, because this training is just targeted first at explaining to us the benefits. Now, what do I benefit from Richvision Cooperative? Number one, please take note. If you can screenshot this, you can screenshot it. Now, it helps you to cultivate the culture of savings. Ladies and gentlemen, before now, many of us don't have the culture. For my children and things, I will be saving for them. I will be saving. But over the period of time, even when I save in the bank for them, there's an ATM card. When we are broke in the house, come, go and withdraw some money. We go and take it. You know, when you say you have some savings somewhere and you have ATM cards to that account, you are just mark timing. You are just reserving the money. You are not doing so. You eat. But now, because I have it in the cooperative, and I know that one of the penalties for me, if I want to go and take the money from the cooperative, is that I might lose about 20% of it. Who wants to lose 20%? I don't want to lose that. No, I'm a financial person. I don't want to lose 20%. That's too much. I don't want to. So, but I am forced to do that savings. Now, number two, to get, what do you get as in return? You get a return of 10% per annum on your savings once you are more than 12 months in the cooperative. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to watch this now. Every year on your anniversary, the cooperative pays you 10% of your savings, not 10% of what is in your wallet. 10%. That means if you have been saving 10,000 naira for 12 months, you are going to get 10% of that, you know, calculated in the banking way. It's not that you save 10%, you know, you save 10,000 naira January, 10,000, and then by December or next January, you want them to calculate 120,000 and pay you 10%. No, that's not how it works. You know, it's a graduating thing. The money that you saved earlier is going to attract more interest than the money that you save in January is going to attract more interest than the money you saved in December. Now, look at this. You are already collecting 10% per annum. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please listen carefully. How are we doing this 10%? This 10%, how do we generate this 10%? One, cooperative engages. When we are not, all the loans we are giving, we are not charging interest on it. So how do we generate money? Now, we do some business, we put money in some investment platform that will help us generate, but you understand, we cannot expose people's money to all these high-risk investment platform. So bonds, little things that will generate us small money. But will this money be enough to cover this cost of 10% interest if we don't want to be taking money from people's money? From people say they say you are using Abu's money to do Abu Alejo. That's you. How am I going to put it? You take money from one person and give to another person. No, that's not what we want to do. Part of this money is settled from that 20% that we have set aside from person's money. So automatically, invariably, even when we say we are deducting 20% of your this thing, invariably it's about just 10%. I don't know whether you are getting it. In the long run, it's because when you collect 10% as return on savings in a year, and they've been deducting 20%, that means what was deducted is just what? 10%. I hope we are getting this. I hope this is clear. Please, if you understand this part, I've just explained a part now. If you understand it, everyone, if you understand it, type yes in the chat box, please. So that means invariably, what is being retained, what your contribution to the leverage pool is just 10%. Is just 10%. The other 10%, you've collected it. So don't get it wrong that they deducted 20%. You've collected it. Do you understand? So that is, thank you very much. I appreciate you guys. Now, the next one is this. The next one is this. You can access interest-free loan up to twice your savings after 6 months. Now, ladies and gentlemen, twice your savings. What do we mean by this? Guys, let's look at this. I have been contributing maybe 50,000 naira every month. And in 12 months, I have done 600,000 naira. 600,000 naira. Now, I need money. The cooperative is saying, because I have done more than 12 months, more than 6 months, I can access ×2 of the money. So that means 600,000, I can access 1.2 million. Is that not fantastic? Now, the question is, how is this loan going to be guaranteed? How will we guarantee this loan? Now, please, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to please follow me. As people that have the same intention, as people that want to come together to help ourselves, do you know it is possible for somebody to collect loan with all the right motive, all the right intention, and then something goes wrong? The man is not able to pay again. I don't know whether it has happened to you. You borrowed money from somebody for a specific thing, and that thing is not crystallized. And then the person will say, where's my money? He said, please don't be annoyed. What I wanted to use this for, I didn't see it. Oh yeah, give me my money. Sorry. The money, and then the person begins to. Now, with all good intention of what you use to collect money is not the issue. The issue here is how, because that 1.2 million that you've collected, remember, your contribution is just 600,000. The other 600,000, who does it belong to? We pulled it from the cooperative, we've pulled it from the leverage funds, we've pulled it from other people's money to give to you to do your business. We've seen people collect money, and unfortunately, they die. Unfortunately. No, they didn't plan to die, they die. No, when that kind of thing happens, do you go to their family and say this? Another point to look at is this. You know, this is an online cooperative. Because it's an online cooperative, most of the people here, most of the people on the platform, we have never met eyeball to eyeball. As a matter of fact, most of you here, you know me, I don't know you, because we don't hide business. That's why when we are doing our trainings, check out if Mr. Kunle is doing the training or I'm doing the training, we are always showing our face so that you can take our picture in case of any, God forbid, nothing like that. But at least you attach a face to our name. But I see people here, only very few do I know them at all. Now, if I give Mr. Lagbaja, let's say the person applies for 1.2 million, and the person happens to be a regular contributor. He contributes regularly. He does not fail. That's a very good person in the cooperative. If the person collects money, 1.2 million, and for anything, we cannot say, I'm not saying anything happens, and that fellow is unable to pay. Remember, in this cooperative, we don't have collaterals. We don't ask you to go and bring any collateral. No. So, if the person goes, he disappears, he disappears, that is fine now. That money becomes a liability on the cooperative. Your money and my money has gone to somebody who may never return it. So, what do we do to prevent this kind of thing? We now said, for anyone that will collect money, you must have 2 guarantors. Of course, if you go to the bank, you want to loan money from the bank will ask you for guarantors. Is that not? They will ask you for collaterals. They will ask, guarantors is a normal thing. But will you bring a guarantor that we don't have any hold on? That's why we said the guarantor should be somebody in the cooperative. Now, please pay attention. This is where it gets, where we protect our members, where we protect our members' interests. I want you to take this now. Watch this, watch this. When you apply for a loan of 1 million naira, you have contributed 500,000. You now want a loan of 5 million. The cooperative, the only thing we ask from you is that produce minimum of 2 guarantors that when we add their monies together, their own contribution, we are not saying your own contribution. We don't touch your own, we don't consider your own contribution when it comes to giving out loans. We don't consider your contribution. Your contribution is your own security on its own. So 2 persons, 3 persons, 4 persons, that when we combine their money together, it will be equivalent to the loan that you want to take. Now, once you provide that, automatically you get the loan. Now, do you know why we ask for those guarantors and we don't touch your own money? I guaranteed person, please pay attention here. I guaranteed Mr. Kunle wants to take a loan. He takes a loan of 600,000 and he asks me, I and Mr. Demola to guarantee him. Kunle has, please, if you have a biro, write this down. Kunle has a savings of 300,000 naira in the cooperative, 300,000 naira. Because he has spent 6 months or above, he can collect 600,000 naira. He only needs to produce 2 guarantors, which I decided that I'm going to be his guarantor. Demola decided that he's going to be his guarantors, 2 of us. Maybe I have contributed 300,000. Demola too has contributed 300,000. Oh, when we connect the 2 amounts of Demola and Shola together, that makes 600,000. Instantly, we approve 600,000 naira for Kunle. Kunle goes with 600,000. Kunle does his business. It does not mean that we are going to remove Shola's money from his account or removes. Okay, thank you. So it does not mean we are going to remove Kunle's money from his account, Shola's money. And no, Shola's money will be there, still earning interest. Remember, Kunle has borrowed 600,000 using Shola and Demola's money as securities. But their monies are still there in their account. Shola will still collect return on savings, 10%. Demola too will still collect returns on savings, 10%. But Kunle has collected the amount. Will Kunle still collect returns on savings? Yes. Kunle has collected 600,000 naira as loan. But on his anniversary, he will still collect his own 10%. Are you seeing the dynamics here? It's very, very critical. Now, everybody will collect their 10%. But let's look at something. If Kunle returns the money, nobody incurs any liability. He can apply for the loan again. But let's say, for one reason or the other, Kunle did not return this money. For one reason or the other, the cooperative will contact Shola and Demola, get Kunle to pay the money. If not, your money that is guaranteeing him will be affected. Oh, Shola called Kunle. Kunle said, see, there's nothing, I don't know what happened though. I don't know, but I will try. Demola called. He said nothing, no money. It means that money is not going to be paid back. Well, okay, the owners. All right. It means the money is not going to be paid back. Guys, now, how do you think the cooperative will recover its money? Has the cooperative lost any money? Has the cooperative lost any money? Not the cooperative now. You other members, the other members that have their money in the cooperative, Have they lost their money? No. Do you understand? Because two persons have guaranteed the money. Now, let's look at where it becomes this. Let's look at the recovery process now, guys. Shola made frantic effort to save 300,000 naira. Demola made frantic effort to make these savings. And just because of the act of Kunle, the two of them, are they going to lose their money like that? That means 300,000 will be taken from his account. 300,000 will be taken from this person's account to return the money. That means they will be back to ground zero. What have they been saving all these days? It is a painful thing. So we said, how can we protect the guarantors? How can we protect the guarantors? Now, listen. Kunle will lose, Shola will lose his 300, Demola will lose his 300. But remember, the 300 that Kunle used, his own deposit, is still in the cooperative. His own 300 is still in the cooperative. Do you know what the cooperative will do? The cooperative will take the 300,000 naira of Kunle's own and share it equally between Shola and Kunle and Demola, so that it's going to be just half of the money that they will incur as losses. So we are able to secure at least to 50% guarantee the guarantors so that they are not exposed to total loss. Ladies and gentlemen, if you get this explanation, put a 555 in. If you think this way of protecting the people, the guarantors and things, if you think is good and protecting the whole cooperative at large, put a 555 in the chat box. If you think this process of protecting the guarantors and the cooperative at large, if you think it's good, put a 555 there. Ladies and gentlemen, this method, ladies and gentlemen, it took time for us to be able to come up with this, because nobody should suffer for other people's, I won't say care, it might not be carelessness. It might be any other thing. So please, I need you to understand that. So this is how you get the ×2 interest on your savings. Now, that is that. I think there's one other loan that's, let me see, did we put it here? Live car special. Okay, all right, there's one other loan. Now, there's one other loan. The first loan I explained now is the 2 times your money, all right? And then you just make sure you pay back. You can access another one. I have people here on this platform that collect loan like people that are drinking. They are just they collect and they return. They collect and they return easily. You will hear from 1 or 2 of them now. Now, the second loan, which I want you to also pay attention. I have seen people in the cooperative come. There's anything can happen to anybody, for heaven's sake. Maybe I've contributed about 120,000 naira to the cooperative. Now there's an emergency that I have some money to pay somewhere, or I want to offset my children's school fees, or I want to do something. The idea is not for you to say, I don't have any guarantor. There's no guarantor. So let me just close my account in the cooperative. No, that is not wise. We are human beings here, and we know what can happen. So what we've made a provision that if you don't have any guarantor in the cooperative, and I don't know why you should not, but if you don't, for any reason, you don't have any guarantor, do you know what we've made provision for? We said 80% of your deposit, you can have access to it without closing your account. I'm sure some people are hearing for the first time. You want to take a loan. Okay, I'm going to answer those questions. Great. Now, you need money. You don't have any guarantor. And you need to take some money now because you want to do something. Cooperative has made it available that 80% of your total deposit, you can have access to that money with the hope that you are going to return it back. Of course, why will you collect your money? You are the one that saved it for how many months? There's something happened, you spent it, you don't want to return it back? Are you not having a future plan again? What happened? Is it going to terminate all your future plan? But for it to appease you at that moment, we said the 80% that you collect, your total contribution, you've contributed 100,000 naira. You need money. We call it in-house loan. In-house personal loan. So you can request for 40% of what you have deposited. You can request for 10% of it. You can request for 30% of it. But you can't request for more than 80%. Any amount, maybe you have deposited up to 1 million and you need to solve a problem that you need about maybe 50, maybe just about, you need about 200,000 naira to solve something quickly. Oh my God, why is the cooperative there? Why is it there? Just put up a letter. Please, can you give me an in-house loan of 200,000 naira? I'm going to pay back in the next 6 months. The cooperative will release that amount to you without any question. Immediately. Interest-free. And do you know what? You will still collect 10% return. If during that period that you collected that loan, you collected the loan, during the period you collected the loan, your anniversary falls within that period, the cooperative will still pay you your 10% return on savings. You will still be paid your 10% returns on savings. Is that not a risk to the cooperative? Someone that has collected this loan, but we don't see that you have closed your account. We see that you are active. You just collected a loan and you are paying back. The only reason why we will not pay returns on savings for that is if the person is not servicing the loan that he collected. So, and if you have this access, why do you want to close your account? You don't have to. Just understand the process, make your request. You see, the cooperative is here to help you. And once you finish whatever you are doing with that thing, 6 months, you continue to pay. Some people pay it immediately. Some people, you can just continue paying it. And as you are paying it, you are still doing your monthly contribution. As you are paying it, you are doing. After you finish paying, you can request for ×2 again. That is it. So guys, these are some of the benefits that we have in the cooperative that you will enjoy. So there's no need for you to say you want to close. When I hear people say they want to close their account, I say, why? One of the reasons why we don't question people when they want to collect their money is that we don't want a situation where they say, when I was putting my money, did they question me? Now I want to collect my money, they are questioning me. Is it that the money is not there? Is it that the money? When you say you want to collect, we will give you. Then we will not advise you. We will advise you after that. It is your own cup of thing. Because we expect that every one of us should know this. So we're going to put in this on our website so that when you can share it with people and things. Imagine because you'll be saving money, you can now access this money without interest. All our loans are 0 interest, 0. Guys, I think it's a very big opportunity for every one of us to take advantage of. So let's quickly go through excuse me, the remaining benefits of the. Now, as thrift, excuse me, we have the thrift manager. Who are thrift managers? The moment you join the cooperative, these people they call Baba Alajo, this Alajo and things. If the Alajo business, people, you see them riding keke up and down and things. Businesses are not done that way anymore. Businesses have gone online. Thrift collection, Alajo business as now, I also call it Adashi or something. People call it a Susu or something like that. Now, do you know that when you join an Ajo program, guys, let me ask you this. Are you aware that most of the time, most of these artisans, people you call artisans, the mechanic, the carpenter, the tailor, do you know that they build houses? They have their own houses before most of people that have this white-collar job. Are you aware of that? Have you ever thought of it? High chances, meet your mechanic. Your mechanic will say he has built his house somewhere. How do they do this thing? They put their money with the Baba Alajo and they collect. They're able to expand their business. Are you getting? Now, this is what we have brought to the online platform. Now, you who introduce your friend, you are like a thrift manager. Are you aware that for the thrift managers, any contribution that people make, maybe I'm giving Babala Jonah 1,000 naira every month, every day. The last one portion of the 1,000 is the Babalajo's own. That 1,000 is the Babalajo's own one. And he will give you back your money if you want it without any interest. So we brought this model online. Now, you remember there's a 20%. These are part of the things that those 20% do. These are part of the things that those 20% do. When people make their deposit, you, who is the person that introduced the person to the cooperative is going to pay you part of that thrift benefits. And it's going to pay up to the 4th generation. It's going to pay up to the 4th generation. So we have people in our system who have introduced a lot of people who are doing their savings and things, and they are making their commission as thrift managers. These Babalajos are always very rich guys. Don't mind that they are carrying bicycle up and down. Most of them are very rich because of the commission, that 1,000, small money that they are collecting. This is how this cooperative is structured. And when you are a thrift manager, you can get loan in multiples of your saving based on your monthly commission. As a thrift manager, that is, okay, take a thrift manager now who is receiving, maybe we have some people who are collecting up to 50,000 naira in commission from the cooperative every month. Now, this category of persons, if they want to take a loan from the cooperative, they can get ×2, ×3. They are not restricted to ×2. They can get multiples, and we will not ask them to pay. Why? We will be deducting the money from the commission that they are receiving. This is the business arm of this cooperative. Guys, you want to earn good income? Do this aspect. In this aspect, we have people here on this call who are making good income from the cooperative. Then we have health insurance scheme for you and your family. Once you get to the level, because we have this agreement that we're having with some health insurance company, that, you know, if some people, when the malaria sickness now, they will have to go and pay money. But you know that there are health insurance schemes that we enjoy. For some of us, by the grace of God, the children that God blessed me with, I never paid a dime in the hospital for delivery for any of my children. We don't just go to the hospital. Your insurance, this thing will cover you. This is how most of the rich people take care of their health. It's the poor people that pay for health services in the hospital. It's the poor people, except it's a major kind of thing. But small sicknesses and things, the hospital, there's an insurance scheme. And once you become a platinum leader in our organization, you are expected to get that thing. But the reason why we have not ignited that aspect is because we don't have so much platinum, because there's a threshold that the insurance people gave us, that the number of people that we should have for us to have more benefits. Then we have life insurance scheme for yourself, and then life insurance scheme for yourself. Now, as a member, and you have introduced other people into on the cooperative platform, you will enjoy. You know why somebody dies now, they start crying. Most of them is now crying. Where is the money to do the thing? But can you imagine? You have the life insurance. Oh, I get old and I pass on. My children they don't have to start looking, money for this, money. No, the insurance company will take care of it. The insurance will pay. They don't have to bother. These are some of the things that you do for your loved ones when you are alive. Don't become a burden to them after you have left. All of us must go one day. That is true. But how do you want to go? Do you want to go living assets of liabilities? So these are part of the things you can enjoy. Car and house benefits up to 75 million. As you grow in our cooperative, you get these benefits. So a lot of other things. One other thing that we do is bulk buying. That we are yet to implement, because there are some logistics. Nigeria has been wonderful, so we've not been able to implement some of this, the bulk purchases and things. And like sometimes sometimes last year, we did this thing. We were working on the Richvision Cooperative estate. We went as far as getting land in Shimawa, and we told our members, because we got it large, in a large quantity, we were able to make members pay as low as 14,000 naira monthly to own a plot of land. 14,000, 14. We got it at a very discount. That's what cooperatives are meant for. Now, is that part of the 20%? Can your 20% cover that kind of cost? And there's a housing scheme that we have now, that you can build house in any part of the country. In any part of the country. Tell us that this is the place that you want your house. Cooperative can work with you to build that house, provided you just go to the site. You will see the conditions and everything there, all the terms and things that will help you to get qualified. Once you qualify, cooperative will do it for you. Is that 20%? So there are a lot of benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, I think with this, we've been able to show you the several benefits of the Richvision Cooperative. I encourage you as members, attend the meetings, plan for the meetings. Let your friends attend the meeting with you, and let them have a proper understanding of the benefits of it. It's so much. I tell you, you need it. You need it. Except you don't want to become an entrepreneur, except you don't want to be in business. You want to work for somebody else all the days of your life. Oh, well, you might not really need it. But as long as you're an entrepreneur and you will need access to finance, then you start to save in the cooperative that will take care of you tomorrow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening. God bless you. Have a wonderful day.